In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smile. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up, I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
Good morning to the DMV and the rest of the world. This is your girl Reese, aka the best that ever did it, aka you know who it is, this fabulous author of this book right here, Shades of Blue. One of the people who purchased my book yesterday reached out to me. Well, I was in their presence. They was like, girl, this book is good. She was like, I started it on the plane, and it was my very own dentist. My dentist got my book, y'all, and she is liking it and loving it. So I'm telling y'all, look, this for all walks of life. There's a story in there for men and women, anybody. So pick this book up. You're going to love it. It's an awesome book, Shades of Blue by A.M. Morning. It's about the character of Blue and all the stuff that Blue got to go through. And the story is told through the eyes of a child. So when you hear the story, when you're reading it and you playing it in the back of your mind, just remember that a child is saying this. And this is what a child is singing. It might give you an insight to some stuff in your childhood, your very own childhood, or maybe in your child's mind. I don't know. But like I say, it's good for everybody. So far, I haven't had any bad reviews about it. The only thing they said, wait, why the book is like that, man? It's the cliffhanger. Or they may have been like, man, wow. If you remember, this is a fictional book. But everybody think it's something. They be like, oh, wow. But it's a good book. Remember, it's a fictional book. Use your mind. Like they say, use your inside voice. Use your inside mind when you read the book. It's a good one. I ain't going to lie to you. Not without saying psycho, I'm joking. This right here is what you want. Get you some sea moss. Get some sea moss from my boy Molly Mall. Take the 2 tablespoons, put it in the hot tea. Let it stir it on around on your coffee. And open this book. Drink your sea moss. Get all the vitamins and nutrients that the body needs. And then read this book right here. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yes. Good combination for the wintertime. Or you can even put it in your hot chocolate, whatever you like. And good morning to Molly Mall, my super producer. And good morning to Kiani. Kiani was the first one in the building today, y'all. But he had just flashed out. But I did see his name flash. So I know Kiani was the first one in today. So he even beat Lee and JoJo Baby, and Booba Cow is my last comer. If Booba Cow ever come before anybody else, I'll be shocked. But Booba Cow, he comes in and chime in at last, So yesterday, Rodney was the first one, beat Kiani yesterday, and even Lee beat Kiani yesterday. JoJo Baby did too. Kiani was running late yesterday, but it's okay. It's okay. Kiani and Sundiata, his brother Sundiata. Oh, what Malik Bay in the house? Good grand rising. What's up, Malik? Okay, look, you was here first, Malik. Oh, okay. Look, Molly got to tell me that the people was here first. You got to come on the line, Molly. When you get a chance, we gotta bring Malik on the show anytime he ready. If he say he ready now, Malik, you come on the show now and talk with us. This is November the 1st, y'all, and we all know that pagan Catholic ritual day. Today is actually All Saints Day. Isn't that funny? All Saints Day on November the 1st. All Satan. It should be All Satan Day. Because y'all is just some evil people out there, some evil individuals. But I ain't even gonna get into that. Because we talked about Halloween. We talked about that on Monday. What you say? Unfortunately, not today. Super busy. Oh, find the right time to watch. Thank you for watching and supporting. Hey, spread the word, Malik, that this Sunday at November the 5th, show doors open at 6, showtimes at 7 p.m. Your girl will be at Arlington Draft House doing her thing. Just Call My Name show. Dave Carter, Just Call My Name tour. He's headlining, and I'm the feature. He picked me as his feature. So, boop, boop, boop. So I want y'all to come out, support. I guarantee I'm going to make y'all laugh. I'm going to bring the funny. Good morning, Slinky. That's my big brother. Look, last night when I got from the dentist yesterday, I didn't talk to nobody. I got something to eat, and my head was just pounding. It wasn't pounding because my face was still numb, but all the digging in your head. When them dentists in there doing whatever to your teeth, your head is just in the chair, and they moving, and then they got your mouth wide open, and all of this is hurting. Maybe that's why my head is hurting so bad on the left side. Because when they they're all in your mouth, you're like, ah, and they're pulling your jaws apart. Anyway, the medicine finally wore off yesterday, but I was drooling and all that stuff. It was so, I must have looked funny because my child could not look at me without busting out laughing. Every time I say something, he'd be like, huh, what'd you say, Mom? To make me say it again, then he'd bust out laughing. I don't know what I look like, and I'm glad he didn't tape it. He gave me that moment of privacy. So I'm glad about that. So, but anyway, I got to go back again in 2 weeks to finish the other work. Y'all think I got a beautiful smile? Yes, I do, but I also got cavities. I guess that's not bad. I'm old as I am to finally get some cavities, so that's not too bad, right? I didn't want no cavities, so. And as old as I am, Wellness Wednesday, do you let them fill the cavities or should you let them take the teeth out? But here's the kicker. The cavities that she's filling is cavities that's already been filled. To the dentist before put the white stuff in there. They filled it with that material. And unfortunately, fast forward a few years later, 7 years later, that stuff, whatever, it's breaking the enamel, whatever they use isn't good. Cracked, and something got down in the hole going on. And it was like, oh, you might need another root canal. I'm like, what? All these root canals on both sides. That's why I had to get that other tooth pulled because the back cracked because of the filling. And I was like, how and I brushed my teeth twice a day. I had trouble flossing, but I used the mouthwash. I do the oil pull. I do everything else and floss the ones that I can't. I had trouble getting back there in the back, but even though a lot of people say, just go ahead and pull your teeth out, but I'm not ready to give up my teeth. I can chew well when it's not hurt, but I got a beautiful smile. See, I don't think falsies are be this beautiful in my mouth, but you never know. If push come to shove and you know, you just do what you do. And I try to take care of my mouth the best that I can, because your teeth is wealth. He said, rinse out with warm. I've been rinsing out with warm, salty water. Yes, you know, and and my sinuses got something to do with it, because every time I get congested up in here, these all swell up, the gums and all that, the leakage, you know. So I definitely do the warm, salty water. And she told me yesterday, she said, do that a few times. When she let me go yesterday, she said, do that a few times a day, rinse with the warm, salty water. Well, okay. So Molly got my first video up. I'm going to dive right in. Y'all check this out. Go ahead, Molly.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another In Killing Color Crime Quickie. So this is an older story, but it's relevant to now because the trial is about to finally start. So here we have Hannah Payne. Over here we have Keith Haring. Long story short, an accident happened. Mr. Payne drove off because he was having a medical emergency, and Hannah decided to follow him. She called the cops and told the cops, hey, I'm following a man that fled from the scene of the accident. The police told her, do not follow him. Stop following him. And she said, I'm not going to do that. And she kept following him. So she does this little thing where she jukes around his car and gets in front of it and stops his car, goes to his car, opens his car door, tells him to get out in distress. He's in a diabetic shock, according to reports, and she's trying to get him out of the car. At the end of the day, she ended up shooting him multiple times for whatever reason in his car. And as of today, she has not spent a second in jail, not 1 second. And now her trial is about to start. And I'm trying to figure out why she hasn't been in jail. What the fuck is going on? Y'all heard about it? Let's talk.
Yes, we heard about the story. I know y'all said, Reese, that y'all remember it happened. Like she said, the relevant of bringing it up again, because now that lady trial start, but she didn't spend 1 day in jail. You know, and I'm bringing it up because one of my panelists brought me that story. Lee brought me that story. It was either Lee or Lee. She coming right in right now. She brought me that story. She sent that story. And when y'all bring stuff up to the panel and say, hey, let's talk about this, guess what? We're going to talk about it. Because, good morning, Lee.
Good morning. How are you?
Well, I'm good. Hey, you was the one that sent me the story about Hannah Smith, right? That was
about
you.
What?
Hannah Smith, right? Her trial starting today. You sent me that, right?
I think I may have. I send you a lot.
You said something yesterday about the lady who shot the guy that was having a diabetic fit with.
Yes. I said that. Yeah,
and she didn't right. And we just played the clip from that. But I was telling everybody that a lot of times we see a part of the story. Here's the follow-up. Let's see if she do any time for that, for her heinous crime.
Absolutely.
You know, she didn't spend that one day
that was totally
jail.
No jail time whatsoever.
This is the same thing that George Zimmerman did. The police told him stand down. The people told him stand down, but they want to take in their own hands. They want to take
the law into their own hands.
Yeah. So, and I think the book should be thrown at it. But I guess George Zimmerman, maybe she got the same attorneys that George Zimmerman had. Because once the police officer tell you stand down, do not engage, that's what you're supposed to do. But if you take it upon yourself to go forward.
At that time, you became liable for obstruction of justice, which I think carries. No, leading into vigilante. But if you go in and they told you to stand down, you have put yourself. Shit, how'd I go?
Put yourself with harm's way. Put yourself in the mix when you ain't no part of the mix. You just, you're gonna take justice in your own hands. You became that man's a judge, trial,
judge, jury, and prosecutor. Judge, jury, and prosecutor.
And executioner.
And executioner, absolutely. Well, if he's in his car and he won't get out, why would you shoot in his car? He's not trying to hurt you. And why isn't she in jail? That was why I said that. But we already know what the laws are. The laws are different for certain people.
That's why they need to be rewritten. You know,
I've been saying that for how long?
But the judge could have, at the end of the day, when we present stuff to these judges, the judge decides. Just like the judge in DC decide not to.
No, he didn't. He didn't just decide. It was within the law, his laws of what he have. Okay, if he don't have foster care or the juvenile detention center is full, he can't lock that child up because at that time they have not charged that child as an adult to send him to the penitentiary. She's only 12. They don't do that in DC yet.
No, I'm talking about the girl. I'm not talking about the girl, the judge that let that lady go.
The judge that let the little girl go. I know what you're talking about. When they talk.
Not. I'm talking about the clip that you sent in. The judge that let the girl go. The judge made that decision not to lock her up. The judge gave her a bail or whatever.
No. Wow.
Yeah. So, you know, it's the narrative of these stories ain't never going to change. It's going to keep getting more and more.
Not if y'all elect me president. If y'all can write me in as president, I can fix this. I can. I can literally. I'm telling you, I can fix it.
I don't think the world is ready.
I'm not for a woman. I don't take the other half of me. I don't care. Take the part with the hair. I don't care. You know, let me help us. I'm down to earth. You know, I know what we need. I know exactly what we need. Someone that has been through the struggle. Now, somebody just called. I hung up on them because this is important. This is important. You know?
Yes, it's important.
Just give me. It's important. Give me the opportunity to show you what I can get done in simplicity. I'm saying everything will not be in larger words so you wouldn't be able to understand it. I would have a crews of people working around the clock to amend the Constitution and the state constitution and auditing all of the states to find out where is this money for all of these people to be homeless. Why are y'all giving yourself $2 and $3 million raises and people are out there homeless? People hungry. They can't get a ride to work. They done built their own monopoly against us. I'm gonna fix it.
That's why they wouldn't elect you, because you be doing too much for the people. You digging in the rich folks' pocket. We were like, what? She ain't making us rich no more, but she can't be. We can't be in power. We're not gonna give that to her.
But y'all can put me there. But y'all can put me there. All you have to do is write me in. I can be a write-in. I don't owe nobody nothing. I owe nobody nothing. And if I'm a write-in and y'all write me in and I win, there's nothing they can do about it. Other than put the Bible in front of me. I'll let go for the inauguration. Just sign me in. And next thing y'all know, y'all gonna say it's gonna be like poof. Everything, the shit's gonna change.
Look. Your ass win, and you talk about storming the Capitol. Oh, they really gonna storm it? They gonna act the fool?
No. Who's gonna act a fool? The other people? Huh? Everybody that didn't vote for me? Or the other people? Hey, I guess what? These are the oath keepers. Hey, let me tell you something. They can come if they want to. At that moment, they just turned the Capitol into a fort, because the Capitol and the White House will become a fort. Because I would give DC their statehood if they want to come for me. I give them their statehood. And guess who my vice president is gonna be?
Who?
My kid. She's my VP.
Yeah, because they going shoot your black ass. They going so she gonna be next president. Yeah, they ain't ready for you, Lee. You gonna be assassinated. I'm sorry. I
said that. Now, why would you put that badness out there? Why would you put that in the atmosphere? Damn.
That ain't bad. That ain't bad. It's badness, but it ain't badness. It's madness.
That is badness. To say I would get killed, that's not good. That's not good. Well, I'm not gonna get killed. I'm gonna change the world.
That's why they're gonna stop you, because they don't want change. That's why ain't no change yet. So until the powers that
well, we need some change. I ain't got none. Listen, we need some change.
Look, I need some change and change. I need
some change. I need some change.
You keep your change.
That's gonna be my.
Me and Molly want the kind
listen, that's gonna be.
We want the promissory note from the gold. We want. You and Molly
gonna be right there with me, because Molly gonna have to be my camera guy. I got like 5 or 6 camera guys and photographers, so Molly gonna be right there with me.
Get on film who gonna be the assassinator. He get it on film. He was like, okay.
Yeah. See, that's what's wrong with us black folks. Instead of promoting, that's what's wrong with black folks. That's what's wrong with us black folks.
What?
We're not promoting. You just assassinated me. You didn't promote me.
I would not promote you. I never said I would not support you or be there with you. I would promote, support, and be there with you. But I will also have the system to wear a bulletproof vest. Hell, I'll be in a tank. I'll be right up there with you.
Oh, of course. But
I'll be in the tank to protect that.
I'm be a bulletproof vest.
I'll support you right there. We be in the tank. We'll get everything. And we'll even leave the hatch open for you to run.
You're gonna be in. You're gonna be in the entourage too. I mean, you're gonna be in that daggone White House too.
Yeah, I said
I got my cabinet. I got my cabinet
to be protected. Yeah,
I'm gonna put you in charge. I'm gonna put you in charge of healthcare.
Okay.
And transportation, healthcare, and transportation. And transportation, I'm gonna let you and your 43 million be represented by you.
I will represent us. I will represent us proudly and happy.
I represent my. There you go. I'm gonna let you do that shit. Make that shit come in.
For us, Molly. And I will represent proudly. While Molly setting up the video, there was a time that I was ashamed of being disabled. I was like, I don't want to I don't want to do this. I don't want nobody looking at me. It was because I had to go through in my mind. I thought, I could do this, or I could do that. I don't need no help. I used to be so arrogant like that. I don't need nobody help. I could do this myself. I do it until I couldn't. So after the first couple of times falling flat on my face in the public, you be like, "Oop, I think I need that thing. Oop, I think I need that." Like,
oop. You know what? The way you said that just now remind me after I had my breast surgery. My kid was here, and I'm telling her, at first I'm telling her, it's cool. They're gonna send me a nurse. And no, I'll tell you, I got you. She was here, and they got me out the bed, and they put me at the table. I ate, and when I got up to go to the bathroom, I took off. When I say I took off, I was chest heavy. I went like this. Thought I was walking, but I was running like like you had a kid. You put stride right, put shoes on, and they take off walking. I was like a zombie walking. She grabbed me and said, "We got to get you some stride rights." No, I was on my way, on my face. Bro. That's funny. I said, you know what? From now on, if somebody tell me they gonna help me like that, I will take it. I'll take it.
Let me. I was so proud, and I had a habit of walking with my head up. Not because I'm looking up at the clouds, but because I'm chest heavy and I walk red back, so I'm trying to balance. So I'm up there, just get out of the hospital. At that time I had hernia surgery. They had just cut me. Misha tell you, because we were at Chick-fil-A and I'm walking head up, all proud. I don't need that. I'm gonna use my cane. I don't need the walker. No one, I'm like the Weeble Wob. I'm doing all of this, right? Man, I went to step and fell flat on my face in front of God, them 3 white ladies and them 2 white men that tried to help me, everybody. And Misha was sitting in the truck. She was like, she told me, she said, I looked like I fell in slow motion. I was truly a transformer that day. She said it was like knees, thighs, hips. She said I fell in slow motion like that and broke down in each piece. And she said, and then when I fell on my chest, she said I popped back up like I was about to pop lock. She said it looked like I was about to do that. I'm like, and she up there watching me. I'm like, David, why did you come and help me out? Somebody help me. And she was in shock. And these 2 little old white ladies, Edith and Ethel, poor nice old white lady, tried to help me up, tried to help my big ass up. These 2 little feeble white ladies, and she was like, help her. And I was like, no, that's my arm. It's okay. Until these 2 big white men done stood my ass up like, we got you, boom. And I was like, okay. I'm like, y'all work at Home Depot. Y'all lift weights, y'all do something. Because they got it on each side of me, and they just stood me up on my feet. When I say stood me up, my knees didn't even touch. When I was getting up, trying to get up, I was trying to get up. When they stood me up, they stood me right up on my feet. He was like, you okay? And my cane was across the street. That's how much help my cane was. That cane shot out from under me when I was falling. I was like... And then the lady, and then Misha got me in the truck, and the 2 white ladies was like, take her to the hospital. Misha was like, I got it. They were like, no, she had a pretty bad fall. And Misha was like, lady, if you don't get out in front of my door, Edith and Ethel, thank you very much. Even though Misha called y'all Karens. That lady was like, she needs to go to the hospital. Misha was like, shut my door. They wouldn't get out the way. They would something with Misha. Misha about to get jumped by Edith and Ethel, and I was too out of it to help her.
Edith and Ethel?
The 2 old white ladies, Edith and Ethel. Okay. And their hair was up in a nice little bun. It looked like they crochet. They really looked like, that they crochet with, they had their little sweaters on and everything. You could tell that they was part of the crocheting club. Good morning, Kiani.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny as shit. That was... Listen, my funniest fall was off the bike. Someone that just gave me a brand new bike, and I wanted to try it out, not realizing that the front wheel was loose, it was bent, and as I was riding down Duke Street, the tires went to the side and grabbed the pole and threw me like I was riding a horse. Cars passing by me. One lady, she just in a truck stopped, and I did like this right here. He got up. They drove off, and I'm like, shit. My ass was hurting. My back was hurting. I was embarrassed. I took it through the bike I took it through that bitch in there.
They threw you like some luggage at National Airport.
That bike did. That bike threw the shit out of me. You'd have thought that bike was Bronco Billy. I said, this bike belonged to a dead motherfucker. He didn't want me riding it. I threw that motherfucker away.
They didn't want you riding, Lee. They didn't want you.
No, that wasn't the first. That wasn't the first time. No, the first time it was a bike. The first time I ever felt like that was a bike. I was at home in Myrtle Beach, and a tree jumped out in the middle of the street and hit me. I was riding down my street. There's a ditch, and then the trees are over there, but that tree jumped out in front of the ditch and hit me. I never forget that day. And took my bike back across the street with him.
All right, we got the viewers in the house. Malik Bay was
I see how you looked
viewer.
up at me.
Okay, let me tell both of y'all something. Who was the first viewer that was on today? Do y'all know?
No.
Malik Bay, and then Slicky Woo Boo was right behind him. Now, I'm saying
Malik
this
Bay.
because Malik Bay, yes. Our brother Malik, yes. And Slicky Woo Boo is right behind him. Okay, now who was the first panelist on the show today?
You.
No. Kiani.
Yeah.
Kiani came in and he left. And I said, Kiani's the first one today. I was like, okay. The other day it was Lee, and the other day was JoJo, baby. I'm keeping track. I'm keeping track. You're going to get the most frequent panelist award. I'm gonna keep y'all joking something. The first frequent panelist award at the end. Molly will help me decide, who been coming in like that. Kiani came in yesterday with his brother Sundiata, but Sundiata had to go to Halloween. Kiani also sent in a video clip. Molly, let's play the next video.
African, but you're afraid to say that you're worried about your people's problems. Ain't nobody helping us. You got 27 million Africans in the Congo, displaced, environmental issues, hunger, poor health care. You got 1 million Ethiopians who've been murdered. You got Sudanese who have died. Ain't nobody said nothing about the Sudanese. Ain't nobody said nothing about the Ethiopians. Ain't nobody said nothing about the Congolese. But you want me to cry tears for the Arabs? Listen, I hope the Arabs in the West Bank and Gaza, I hope they get all they get. I hope they are protected. I hope nobody dies. I hope those babies' lives are safe. I hope the women are cared for. I hope that there's no bloodshed, no violence. But if you think I'm going to take time out of struggling for African people, if you think I'm going to stop my agenda to liberate my people to go cry for people who don't cry for me, if you think I'm going to stop what I'm doing and pay attention to what's going on over there when y'all don't even pay attention to what's going on in Africa. Y'all don't pay attention to what's going on in Ethiopia. Y'all don't pay attention to what's going on in the Congo. The greatest humanitarian crisis in the world is in the Congo, not the West Bank. I said the greatest humanitarian crisis in the world is in the Congo, not the West Bank, not the Gaza, not Israel, but in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. So don't tell me apologetically.
Oh, nice.
Dr. Omar was getting deep on him. Dr. Omar was getting deep.
And I believe that everything that he just said, I truly agree with. Because we don't know what goes on over there. They don't tell us.
Yeah, but they know what's going on over there. That's news that they keep to themselves. Because there's so much promoting, and this was going on before the attacks of Gaza and all that.
Ukraine, and Russia.
and they don't want to focus on that. This has been going on way before the Republican the Democratic Republic of the Congo. And I talked about that, we talked about some of that last week, because they still mining all them resources, and all the Asian continent country, what China and stuff is going over there buying up land in Africa.
Yeah, but
do you think that Americans gonna go over China and buy some land, buy up the land? Do you think any other body gonna go over there and do how they do us? We the color.
And I do know, I do recall about, I think it's about 6 years ago, when they were the president of, I don't know what part of Africa it was. You might have to look it up. They were saying that they had to sell their land back to Africa because they did not have rights to it. They're not an African. They never changed their I mean, like your citizenship from American to African. If you're not a citizen, basically, if you're not a citizen of them, you're not supposed to own that land. But if you were white, you cannot own that land. So they were supposed to have been selling it back to Africa, and they was being forced to sell it back. Look it up. I forget exactly where that is. That was about 6 years ago. I heard about that.
It's so much stuff that I read and come across and study about. It's just so much, and it's always a horrific, unjust when it comes to that particular continent over there. It is never be made right, whole, or nothing else, because you can't.
Not just that continent over there. That's just about any continent that holds dark-skinned people. Seriously, we get the raw end of the deal.
Well, that continent is the cradle of civilization. Put it like that.
I absolutely.
For us all. But then, like I said, China go over there. They buying up the land. They helping out the government. Different Republicans. They different areas. So, we're going to help y'all. You need a city built or a road built. Roads. Okay, let's say roads and hospital. We're going to loan you the money to build the roads and the hospital. Knowing, and this was told to me some years ago, knowing that the government is unable to pay back that loan.
But they're taking the money.
Paying back the loan. I'll give you some land. Like that. Take the land. And that's what's been going on. And
that's a part of what's going on. The other part is that China is overcrowded, and they're looking to take over somewhere, which is right across the water from them. It's right there in their waterway. So if they go over there and they migrate with the Africans, and then they start making babies. That's what's getting ready to happen. I think I sent you that clip too.
Now they can only land. Good morning, JoJo baby. You heard what Dr. Umar said.
Good morning.
That is Dr. Umar, right? That we just saw in that clip. I gotta check with Molly. Check with my producer. That was Dr. Umar on that clip, right? He'll let me know to make sure my facts right. That was Dr. Umar, y'all. Keani, was that Dr. Umar?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was okay. I'm saying it right now. But you saw the clip, Joe. What you think?
I ain't see it.
Oh, darn. You saw the clip, y'all. What you think?
Yeah, I saw it. I thought it's true. Everybody's worried about every other country but the first countries that started history. And I think because they know our power and know our worth. So they just, showing every other news, but, the hunger, the pain, the suffering that we've been going through since the beginning of time.
The killing, the genocides and all of that, they don't focus that. They so busy. Where are all our celebrities? I don't hear nobody talking about the Republic of the Congo. Where is all our colored dark celebrities rising up against us? How come they're not getting their money together and to send over there in the poor countries? How come they're not
Because
even
our
asking
government was
the
crushing.
people? They're not even asking the poor people to help out, send money. But you got celebrities on there asking the people donate this, donate that. They ain't asking you to donate nothing over there in the Republic of the Congo or Ethiopia. Why?
There was an organization doing it, but they shut them down for some strange reason. There
Exactly.
was
And the
some.
same thing they'll do.
There was
Same
some.
thing
There
they'll do to
was
anybody else that
organization
get it
doing
together.
it. There was an
You say, sir?
organization that was. Huh?
No, Joe was
There
saying
was.
something. I couldn't hear both y'all.
Okay, go ahead, Jeff.
Oh, I was just saying that the same thing happened to, like you were saying, where the celebrities at. If they did that, the government would crush them too.
And
But
that's
there
what Lee
wasn't.
was saying.
Yeah, there was an organization that was helping over there, that was getting aid and everything over
Was.
there.
Say it again.
And they
Was.
just, and it, that's what I just said. It was, but they knocked them down. They just, I haven't heard about them in a while.
So basically, what Dr. Umar was saying, you want me to care more about these other people than I do about my own people. That is so sad, because that is the plight of us here in America. We care more about other people and they and their worth. That's why it's so easy to do all this black on black crime, because I don't care about you, but in certain neighborhoods, I'm gonna say certain hoods, it's so much crime and stuff going. Go out into them other neighborhoods and commit them same atrocities out there and see what happens to you. But it's so much easier for you not to care about your own. And that's what they teach us. That's what they spoon fed us. That's what they program us to do, not care about your own. Kenny Clark always said we all we need, which is true. But they have programmed us to feel that we ain't enough. We ain't all we need. We need them, and we need to care more about the other people than we do our brother people. You care more about the others than you do about the brothers. Until we change that mindset, like Rodney was saying yesterday, changing people mindset and the way you see yourself and the way you view others, that's very crucial. That's very crucial. What y'all got to say about that? Kiani? Reverend Kiani Thomas, what you got to say about that?
Well, I'm kind of quiet, really. I mean, you making sense. I don't know what to say. I mean, you preaching. I'm listening.
Hmm?
I'm sorry.
But
I don't mean to be preaching.
But you are correct. But
Yeah, you're
that's
doing
the
a good
way.
job.
And they have trained, and they have programmed some to that effect. Like I was reading, it was something that came up last night about J. Edgar Hoover.
Oh,
They
he's
said
black.
he was black. They're looking up,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they said he's black, but he. I said, well, damn, they just trying to make sure Obama is not the first black. Abraham Lincoln, they said he was black. There's not a pure soul out here that deserves it.
J. Edgar Hoover wasn't president. Wasn't he
what was he then?
Wasn't he the head of the CIA or the FBI?
FBI, my bad.
Wasn't he the head of something? I don't remember him being the president.
Hoover, FBI, CIA.
Let me Google him. I got to Google, y'all. Got to make me go into the damn Google.
No, I say, shoot, you made me second guess myself. Eisenhower. That's what I'm talking about.
Edgar Hoover, president.
I meant, no, Hoover was
no.
No, he was
I'm gonna let y'all listen to what it say. No, I just like the fact check before I put it out there.
It was Eisenhower.
Was J. Edgar Hoover president of the United States?
No.
I just want to let me ask another question.
Dwight Eisenhower, I meant to say. There's one of them. I don't know.
You said Dwight Eisenhower was president. Who was J. Edgar Hoover?
That's who I meant to say.
According to Wikipedia, John
Hoover
Edgar
was
Hoover was an
CIA.
American law enforcement administrator who served as the final director of the Bureau of Investigation and the first director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
FBI. He never was president. So
Yeah, no, I had to get it right. I can't remember all of them white people that been running everything. I can't remember all of them. Now, I shouldn't have said that like that, but I did.
no, it's okay because when we give fact checks, we want to get the facts so they can go check it, so they can look. So
yeah, I said the wrong
fake
name.
news.
One of them was one. I think it had to be Eisenhower. If it wasn't Hoover, Eisenhower. One of them. Well, however, they said that he was black. He was the president and he was black. I was like, so
Hoover, they were saying that he was on a clip that I seen. They said that one of Hoover's relatives is black. J. Edgar Hoover, one of his grandparents, is black.
Was it Hoover or Eisenhower?
Hoover. And J. Edgar Hoover,
okay.
maybe
I was
that's
right
why
about Hoover, but
he didn't like people of color. J. Edgar Hoover didn't like nobody. They said J. Edgar Hoover was responsible for a lot of heinous stuff that happened in these different black communities. Shut them down, especially with the Black Panther.
Hey, did I send you the clip where? Did I send you this clip? This fireman about this guy. This fireman was
Fahrenheit.
He was in the
51.
hospital.
Is that Fahrenheit 51?
No, it was a clip. This guy, he saw this guy in the hospital and found out he was with his wife. He was celebrating, not in a hospital, he was in a restaurant. He was celebrating his 96th or 97th birthday or something like that. And all his friends and families came around. They were talking to him, praising him for being that age and everything. And he ended up staying for a minute, getting him something to eat.
Hello.
Went to the bathroom. When he came back out, he says, you and your wife are beautiful. Happy birthday. And he says, well, you got memories. That's one thing. If that age, you got memories.
Yeah, man.
He said some memories he wish he didn't have.
I'm maybe somebody put the volume up.
Being a fireman, if a black person was in a building burning, he would leave them there. They would actually leave black people in the building burning as a fireman.
Back in the day.
You hear what Lee's saying? Hey,
Yeah.
Booba Cow.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, he said he have memories, and that's why he got out, because that was for them to say that they did their part of extermination, basically. And he told this young black man that that's what they did. If there was a black person in a building burning, they left them there to burn.
I couldn't believe that, because that's what they did a lot of times. You have nurses and doctors and stuff that do not want to operate or perform surgery on people of color that was rushed to hospitals back in the day, and you couldn't get that service. You had to take, who was that had to go to a veterinarian hospital? They wouldn't even see them in a regular hospital. They had to go to an animal hospital.
Well, what about Charles Drew? Charles Drew, he created the blood transfusion, and he got in a car accident and he needed one. They took him to the White Hospital to refuse him, and the color hospital was too far away. He ended up dying, and could have got the same treatment and used the same method of blood fusion as he did, what he created, and that's what he needed. And then, he ended up dying.
What was his name?
Charles Drew.
I don't think. Let me Google that to see who created the blood transfusion.
I know you're right about that, because there was another one that they were using their blood to make vaccines and things.
That's Lax. You talking about Miss
Who created
Lax.
blood
Her name is
transfusion?
Lax.
Henrietta Lacks.
Henrietta Lax. Y'all from
That's the
Baltimore.
cancer, and that was John Hopkins. John Hopkins did her dirty.
They sure did.
And the family don't get nothing off.
Mm-hmm.
So they still use her DNA to test stuff and all against other viruses and all that stuff. So yeah, they terrible.
They found out her genetics is part of the first genetics ever on Earth. So basically, her body basically could heal. It could heal itself, but she had a cure for cancer.
Usually when your blood is airborne, it dies. Her didn't. Her cells are still alive.
You know, that's why the Delectable Negro everybody should read that book. Back in the day, England, they would take the slaves and they would burn us up and grind us up, our essence. And they would take our essence because they said that our essence had magical medicinal powers. They believed that. Cannibalism, they believed
So they were
that.
sniffing us. Sniffing and smoking us.
So what?
They were snorting niggas.
Exactly.
They was putting niggas in
Is
the
that what
thing.
you're telling me?
They was eating your essence. They was eating they were barbecue. What you think the barbecue? What you think picnic stands for? It says picnic means pick a nigga. Picnic. The origin of that word.
Pick a nigga.
Yeah, that's where it comes from.
Get rid of the word nigga, but they don't want
That's
to get
why we
rid
use
of all the
cookout.
words.
No, that's why we use cookout. Exactly why we use cookout, because pick a
You
nigga.
don't hear
they
it
have
say
a big,
picnic.
first it will burn you, and then everybody just eat around you like it's a big feast.
And eat,
While
some
you
of
hang
them
on.
eat off you after the men would the slave owners and stuff buck breaking and all that. You could owners from other plantations break the buck. Sometimes they would burn the buck. So after they F the buck, they would eat the buck. That was something. That was. Can you wrap your mind around that? Can you
Cannibal.
Oh, that's heinous.
That's some cannibalistic shit right there.
Yep.
That's some cannibalistic shit.
It's beyond that. We got another video up, Molly. Whenever you ready to show the video, we got Boubacar Ali and Kiani on the scene in the house. I don't want to thank y'all for my prestigious panel.
Well, I'm in lunch right now, so can show some love.
Hi, baby. Are you a boy or a girl?
Funny you should ask, Sid. One of the first things they check when a new baby is born is what kind of body parts they have. They do that to determine a baby's sex. Most of the time, it's easy to determine, and sometimes it's more complicated.
This one has a penis. It's a boy. This one has a vulva. It's a girl. Congratulations.
Whoa. Let's hit the brakes, people. Body looks on the outside is only part of the story.
What?
Stay with me, gang. This is important. Hi, little one. Your sex refers to your physical body parts, remember? But there is also something called gender, which is how you feel inside your body and who you know yourself to be. And your gender, how you feel on the inside, doesn't always match the sex you were called when you were born.
Okay.
Let's say you were born with a penis and you feel like a boy inside. In that case, your sex and your gender match.
Well, what if you were born with a penis and you know you're a girl inside, not a boy?
Then your sex and your gender don't match.
Wait, what does know you're a girl inside? Wait, does that mean you have to love pink things and princesses?
Nope. Sometimes people refer to things as girl things and boy things, but this is just how people sometimes classify things, usually to make it easier to sell stuff to kids and their parents.
Hi, baby. Are you a boy or a girl?
Funny you should ask, Sid.
Okay.
One of the first things they check when a new baby is born is what kind of body parts they have.
You played this already.
Okay. This is what they're telling our children nowadays. This is why they are so confused. You should not be having this conversation like that with anybody's child. They got sex and gender mixed the fuck up anyway, because your gender, whatever you are. Who you choose to love later in life, who you choose to be intimate with, who you choose to have sex with, is your motherfucking business. Okay? It's your business. And they are confusing the kids, because first of all, little kids shouldn't be knowing nothing about having sex with nothing. Not even boy-girl sex, not even girl-girl sex, boy-boy sex. Kids should just be children. Sex should not even be introduced in the equation like that. So you making them ask other questions like, what is sex with the other opposite? You're opening the door to more. When you get to your hormones and your feelings of who you attracted to, who you want to kiss, who you want to kiss on you, that's when you determine how you, if you want to be gay, lesbian, bi, queer. That's when all of that other stuff come into play. Okay, when you figuring it out on like what team you want to play on. Right now, you born a boy, you on the boys' team. You born a girl, you on the girls' team. Until you old enough to figure out, am I going what side you want to play for? Oh, you might want to play for both sides, but they should not be putting the stress on kids because you're a little boy.
Where did that video? Where did that come from?
I got it off of. Was that sent to me by one of y'all? I gotta ask Lee. Was that one of the videos she sent to me? Kiana, did you send me that?
No, I didn't send that.
Lee might have sent that. I gotta ask, but videos on YouTube.
I know. I'm just saying, like, we gotta be careful sometimes. A lot of stuff put out there says schools are teaching, and they're not. There's a lot of stuff been put out there by the right wing, but that is in some curriculum.
This is what they're teaching. If it's on the internet for the kids to see, they teaching it. If you could go, everything is out there. They made this video.
That comes back to you being a parent. Like you kind of, that's on you filtering that. If it's talking about internet and all that, that's on you filtering that. Especially, like it depends how old your kids. Because it seems like you talking about these are like kindergartners.
They showed this video in middle school. You hear what he just said, Bubakal?
Wow.
Is it all middle school?
In Wisconsin. It said Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, huh?
Yeah.
I don't understand. They're so liberal with that, but yet with Black Lives Matter, they acting like they was trying to kill everybody. The boy came over there and shot those people up and all that, and he got off. Dylan Roof.
He said no.
Yeah, he got off. He crying in there and all that. Dylan Roof, man. So you're liberal on that end, but you're militant on the other one.
He said, but it's getting there more than last year. So more places, more than last year. It's getting ready to it's getting ready to spread like wildflowers.
Well, I told y'all Disney is coming out with a transgender cartoons for Pride. And they already had the meetings about it. So I'm gonna send y'all that video, but
Molly said transsexual have story time in the school. I saw that. That wasn't in
the story time. It wasn't in the school. That's the library. My wife is my wife is in the education. That's why I'm asking these specific questions, because I'm gonna go back, because certain things she's like, a lot of the stuff is not taught in the schools. They go 1 or 2 places, but then they generalize and say it's everywhere, and it's not everywhere. She taught in DC for years, from elementary all the way to like junior high, and became she does IEPs and all that, but she was also a coach and all that. So I'm just saying, because I myself, I was startled by this, but I found out it's not everywhere. Like people making the same, and some of these libraries are offering it, and they some places do have the drag queens or whatever, the books or whatever. But it's on you as a parent. You don't got to bring your kid to the library. The library is not compulsory.
But you got to know what the curriculum and what they get ready to teach your children before, because after they see it, it's hard to unsee it. After they experience, What you want to say? That's
Yeah,
what the
but something
question
like that, I think
is.
they gotta get your permission though, right? Because even my daughter, when she was in the 7th grade, they was teaching them like an anatomy class, and I was like, "This sex ed or something?" No, but she came home with some drawn out picture of a penis. I was upset, but King of Fire is about the anatomy and them knowing what is what. And I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with that. But if you start talking about the extras, yeah, I'm not that video. Yeah, it's a bit confusing for me, but I don't think it's in the schools like that. I know the library, but I know certain places have shown it, but not everybody going for
I'm
that.
not
It's
to
not
make good believe.
nothing mandatory. That's
I'm
on
show the
you
proof.
and what
They need
curriculum
to
you.
talk and show the proof. They've been doing this for over 10 years. They've been teaching kindergarten and everything, drag
What you
queens and
say?
everything. Ain't no library.
In
They in the
Wisconsin,
schools. The parents are complaining. They come into schools complaining and everything. They got books they send it home. But I'm gonna share a video with you from 6 years ago, just so you can see that. Nah, they in the schools. They teaching out kindergartens. They teaching them from a
but
very
you know
young
what?
age. YouTube, this is on YouTube for everybody to see what they doing to the kids out here. This 6 years ago, that mean these kids like 12, 13 now. And they still getting these story times and these books and stories read to them in these videos. In the school, my nephew came home crying because he thought he was gay. So I know these are in the school because it's teaching them this in the school. Maybe not where your kids go, but these are in the school. It may not be everywhere, but it's too many places already. I'm gonna share this
And I
clip so
got
y'all
my
can see.
12-year-old.
So we ain't debating what's true or what's not, because these things been true, and we need to find a solution to this. Because right now, a solution is not just going like it ain't in all the schools. Nah.
Well, you know,
Wonderful time for me to be able to bring my love of working with kids with my performance. I've always been very sort of creative and dramatic. I don't know, there's just something that's kind of magical in the transformation. I know I'm still me. Ultimately, my kids, they influence a lot of the style of how Faye has evolved over the last 10 years, the music that I choose, the sort of brightness of the colors of the costumes I wear. So if anything, the kids have inspired her more than I would say anything else. When you think about it, really, bringing drag performers together with little kids is kind of a perfect relationship. And it's kind of like drag performers, like they really sort of, they play things up. They're over the top. They're like a cartoon come to life.
Wow.
Welcome to Faye and Fluffy's story time. Reading is fundamental. I'm hoping what the kids get out of coming to story time is an opportunity to see that things that are different aren't scary, that things that are different are amazing. That's kind of what is so incredible about the reading, is that you get families from all sort of backgrounds and experiences and relationships and gender identities and everything. And to see that diversity in people is what needs to be celebrated. And the more that we're exposed to that, the more comfortable we become with each other. The grassroots aspect of what this is that you're giving these little morsels of stuff to these kids who are really honestly some of the most powerful teachers that are out there in the world. So I'm hoping that it's like, you know, dropping a stone in the pond and then it just ripples out.
Man, listen, that was the white Medea. That's what I got to say for first. Second of all, you like Ronald McDonald, a bodyguard. I'm trying to understand what's going on inside his mind. Where's Lee at when we need her? Lee, what is he thinking? Lee, what is he thinking?
Let me see if I can get her
hold
back.
on, you done made Lee what the drag queen sportsman.
Listen, Lee got off the phone. She better be on it. She better answer some questions. Because I'm trying to figure out, first of all, hold on. He has a beard. Okay, so he acting manly. Now he put a dress on, he acting feminine. Okay. What does he want to be and what is he thinking? You see what I'm saying? So for me,
They are asking for you. Log back in.
For me, I don't think he love himself because it seems like he trying to change his appearance. So for me, that's what I see is no love, and I could see the demonic spirit inside of his eyes when he was in the mirror. So it's like he don't like himself, so he won't be somebody else. Basically, is what he's saying.
Demonic spirit.
You say demonic spirit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he had that wig on. He was in the mirror. He had a hairy back. Where he looked with that beard on, it wasn't right. I mean, clearly. I mean, first of all, he's not ready for the period pains. I mean, I see the girl. He's not ready for the stuff. See, people think they want this life, but they're not ready for the life.
Didn't he say he had kids? He said, "My kids love me." And you drew pictures of he had in his house. The kids drew of him, so he has kids.
And Molly said, and that was 6 years ago. And what I wanted to say, that Molly is absolutely right. When he said his nephew came home crying because he thought he was gay, that hit home because just a couple of years ago, my 12-year-old, one of my 12-year-old family members killed himself. Now, when children are committing suicide over their sexuality because they're confused and they don't understand, and they're getting bullied by other kids in school, because we got to realize, us single parents, when we're raising our single boys, a lot of our estrogen, the emotional part of a man, a woman transfer that emotional part. So if he's all around, ain't nothing but females, he's gonna talk like a female. That does not mean he's gay. When they say, "Oh, he got female tendencies," that does not mean he's gay. If he may gesture or do something, that does not mean the child is gay. But if somebody see you do something, because you used to see your sister, your mother, or your grandmother talk a certain way, you might say something or throw your hair, whatever. That don't mean you're gay. And the people see that's homophobic, will tease you and run you in the ground and have you confused in your head. You be like, "Why do I throw my hand up like that?" Who you around? And girls, just because you could throw a punch and a jab does not mean you're a lesbian. Do not mean you like girls because you rough. Do not mean because you playing with your uncles or you grew up is in a family of boys. Do not mean that you could, because you tough, do not mean you gay. But people will see that, "Oh, you big this, your boy." For a long time, I know what a bulldagger was. You big bull, this big boy, that because you a big girl, you big, and they throw that on you. You be like, what you talking about? Come in, Stevie, give me a kiss. And you may be snatching, manhandling people and Stevie and stuff, but that does not mean, that you that. And kids are cruel. They don't understand that. And they, just because you think or one way do not mean that that's what you are. Did you hear them say this on that video early? If you like, what if you like unicorns and pink and all of that? That does not mean that that's what you are. When it comes to who you choose and choosing who you have sex with, that's your choice. You choose later on in life who you want to be intimate with or who you want to take that leap with. Kiani, you still with me? Did I block out? They done closed. They done shut it down. Did it shut me down? I guess the conversations are getting too deep for them, and they TikToking me out. I'm not against the LGBT community. Like I said, I'm part of the LGBT community, but I ain't none of those letters. I bring my own letter. I ain't none of them letters, but I support them. But I don't support you talking to children. I think sex need to be, that sex talk about who you check, who you kiss, and who you need to be with should come from the parents. That's part of rearing. The parents give you the sex about the boys and the bees, the birds and the bees. I said the boys and the bees, the birds and the bees. And as you become an older person, you decide who you choose to be intimate with, who you choose to sleep with, whether you are male or female. Don't let put you in that box. That ain't you. So what? You like pink. So what? You like purple. My son wear pink, purple, Simon, but he got a girlfriend. That don't mean that he's feminine. He may have some of my feminine ways or energy because That's all he's around is me. But that does not mean that my son is homosexual. He is totally not. You can ask his girlfriends with an F. And they'll tell you. And my son will tell me, because I asked my son, because I'm open with it. Because if that's him, that's him. You don't have to hide from me, because I'm your biggest supporter, whatever. You know,
Well,
do you?
I'm about to roll in a minute because I'm about to go back work. I'm gonna say this, man. Like, you know, I don't condone all that extra. But if it's a library, you have an opportunity to say no. And if it's in school, you have an opportunity as a parent to say, I don't want my child to be taught that. So they will exclude your child. But I don't think that so far
do you
as
have that opportunity, Bubakar?
you
Kids
do.
coming home.
You know, but somebody signed the paperwork. That's his nephew. You didn't ask the mom or the dad. Did anybody sign the paperwork? Somebody has to sign paperwork for you to teach my kids that. You have that.
No, they don't. They don't know. And trust me, if you go check what they got going on in school, you'd be surprised. Man, listen, I've seen it all, man. I went down there and checked what they doing. You'd be very upset, man. You'd be very mad what's going on at the school, man. For real. They be talking about stuff don't make sense. Well, what's Abraham Lincoln's shoe size? It was a crazy conversation. You'd be like, what? It'd be crazy, man. You run out of there. I mean, stuff got nothing. They all the same, man. Ask them kids if you ask the kids to record it. It gonna be they talk about the carpet turning green. It'd be nothing to do with real reality. Nothing at all.
You sure this ain't like a special school?
Bubakar, man, listen. This is
I'm just saying.
Bubakar, if you look, I'm from Virginia. I'm from Virginia. Virginia school is a lot different from the Maryland DC school. I mean, Virginia. Well, I grew up. I was born in Virginia. I left Virginia in 7th grade and went to Oklahoma. But I remember everybody in Virginia, all my friends in Virginia, they make $100,000 or more. Everybody went to school over there. I know all them people over there making a whole bunch of money in Virginia because it's just Commonwealth. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what they teaching over here, but over there, man, they rolling. You know, so I know that. All of them, every single one of them.
Molly,
considering my wife been in the industry for 24 years, and I'm just saying all schools ain't like that. And also, I have two kids.
Molly got a question for you, Booba.
Yeah.
Molly talking to you. You hear what he said, Boo?
When your daughter came home with that piece of paper that you said you were surprised, but then you found out they was speaking on sex or learning about sex or anatomy, you ain't signed no damn papers. So you didn't know nothing about it. It's the same thing with this. They coming home reading books.
They know. My daughter went to Thomas Pullen. When she went to Thomas Pullen, they said they would talk about the class was coming. They said what it's going to be about and everything. And she had to come with a permission slip to sign for it. So maybe that was different, but that was Thomas Pullen.
I'm just saying what you said. You said you surprised.
When she had to draw the penis?
Yeah, you surprised.
Yeah.
That's surprising if you know that class already exists. You were surprised because you didn't know she was doing that. You didn't know they was even taking that class.
I knew they was taking the class. I didn't know they would be having to do a diagram and all that other stuff.
Okay. Well, they doing these
you signing stuff and you don't even know what you signing.
I knew it would be. I knew it'd be by the education of the anatomy. My wife and I discussed it. She knew more about it, but I didn't know it was going that in depth. I know she'd probably see the diagram, not that they had to draw a freaking diagram that do one of the ovaries and all of that. So, but after a while, I understood my daughter hadn't changed or become anything extra since she's seen that. So that was more scientific than as opposed to saying what you need to be doing and what your behavior should be. You know, like I said, I'm not into all that other stuff, but I don't. All the schools is not teaching this, and a lot of people keep saying that all the schools is not teaching this. Some of these people are.
I keep saying it. That means there's a lot going on. If a lot of people saying that means it's happening in a lot. They ain't just making it.
Yeah,
up.
no, I know a lot of people say a lot of things also because they heard somebody else say it. I know a lot of things like that. That's how you got to expel some of the rumors out there. With a lot of things we find out with rumors because everybody said it. And they heard from somebody else. Oh yeah. And I noticed a lot of times when people like if they don't know the full facts, some people just, some people tell the truth, but then some people go to I know somebody. And when you tell me I know somebody, then It's not that I don't qualify
This
with me.
is on national news.
You know, because a
This
lot of
on
times
the
it's
news.
rumors.
The news is promoting this. You can actually look it up. This
Oh,
on
no, no,
news
no.
Fox. So I'm saying,
I'm not
like, how
disputing
many
this is
people got to
true.
tell you when it's
I'm
on
not
Fox
disputing this is true.
and they promote
That is
it?
not. I'm not disputing that what you said is not true, but I'm saying all the schools is not doing it. And if you look on the news, yeah, they are
All
talking
the
about it
churches not
because
raping kids, but the ones that are, we got a problem with them. Just because all of them not doing it, don't make it okay for the few that are. That's what we
you know
trying
what
to
I'm saying. But it's also what you're saying also discredit everybody else and demonize all the schools. There are educators out here that are not teaching that. There are schools. It's not even a curriculum. There are different type of curriculum. Reggio Emilio, they got different type of curriculums that they have, and that's not part of it.
Yeah,
So,
but Bubakar, what grade your kids in? What grade they in right now?
My youngest is in the 9th. My oldest is a sophomore, as a junior in college.
Okay then. Well, Malachi, he on the honor roll. He been on honor roll since 2nd grade. He said the school, they talk about the worst, crazy stuff in the world. And he talk about all the time. He said, Dad, I don't know what they talking about at school. He said it'd be mumbo jumbo stuff. You know what I'm saying? He on the
Well,
honor
that's
roll.
what
He
we
talk
need
about
to
all the
talk
time.
to the teachers. Then you need to talk to the teachers and say, "What are you teaching my kid?" Because he's confused. This is
Well,
also another problem we have in our
about it.
community. We don't be at
How
PTA
many
meetings. We
how
do
many
not go to
people
PTA meetings. For real. I go to PTA meetings. We as a people do not go to PTA meetings and wonder why these things are in our schools and wonder all that. Because you don't go to PTA meetings. It's the least thing on your mind, but
they
it's the
ain't
most
taught
important.
nothing in
That's why
school. They ain't taught
other
nothing in
schools
school
do.
to help. They ain't taught
Other
nothing in school to
schools,
help
that's why
out your
other
career.
schools standards
I
are
haven't
different
learned
and
nothing in school to help out my
we
career.
okay. What?
I haven't learned anything in school to help out my career. Everything in school that I learned was nothing. Everything I learned was on my own. All the
I
great
get
stuff.
that. Same here, but I'm saying, brother, like that's because once again, you didn't have a trajectory. Some people are in school with a trajectory. My kids, by the time they got to high school, I told them, you must know what you want to do, or I'm gonna point you in that direction. Because once you're in that direction, everything is easier. You can get classes, you take classes to help you go to whatever the career going to be, and everything becomes like that. That's how my oldest, she's interning at public defender's office. She's taking criminal justice. She's gonna be a lawyer. I've been pushing that since she was in the 7th grade. So in her mindset, hey,
Wait a
maybe
minute,
that's what I want to do.
Cow.
And the same
You've
thing,
been
you have to
pushing
give
her,
your
or
kids a
she
trajectory.
pushing it? Is that what
Excuse
she
me?
want to do, or is that what you want her to do?
No. I told her she can go. Look, that's the problem here. You don't give your kids a trajectory. A lot of them are gonna be like me, and I'm gonna went in school going back and forth trying to figure things out because you don't have a trajectory. If they don't even do what you ask them to do, they're in that realm. They're gonna find something within that realm that what they want to do. But at least you have a trajectory. You can move on. When you're sitting there, don't know what to do, you stuck, and that's what happened to a lot of students in this country and our community. We don't even help
Because they're not
kids.
like we were. Because
excuse me.
let me tell you,
No. As parents, we are
they're
supposed to
not
be better
like
than
we
our
were.
parents.
Because let me tell you why. Because I didn't have a trajectory. I knew what I was good at, and I knew what I liked. I had a part-time job. I knew I did not want to clean nobody's toilets, work for the public. I knew what I didn't want. But
Well,
as
you
I
helping me out.
life,
You knew what you want to do. Most people do not. That's the difference between you, Reese, and most people. Most people do not know what they want to do. As
that's
kids,
what
you
I
don't
said.
have a
I
clue.
didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew what I did not want to do. And that's
Right,
the work
yeah.
at Taco Bell, KFC, and all of that. That helps shape your trajectory because you know you don't want to do this for your life. You don't make enough money, and that's not what you want to do. So you say, well, what am I good at? Let me figure out ways that I can earn a better live, better wage, a career.
Right. And that's what I told my kids. You don't want to have a job. You want to have a career. You want to have something to where you're always useful, and you have to make yourself useful. That's not just a saying. It's for real. People, you want to pick up a trade or something, or a degree to where you are always in demand.
Wait a minute, Lee.
Yes, but
we wanted you back because wait a minute, Lee. They wanted you to come back because they're talking about transgender teaching children in school, and they said, "Where's Lee? We want her input on how do you feel about that teaching elementary."
Okay, hold on for a moment. As far as the trajectory of learning, I actually wanted to be an electrical architect. That's what I'm mechanical, architectural
Engineering.
engineer. That's what I wanted. And then I decided on aircraft maintenance. It's not that you're stuck sometimes, it's the fact that you don't have anybody around you to help you and you don't live in the neighborhoods to get there. It's something, I mean, you are blessed to be able to help your children and to challenge your children to get where they were. But you yourself, just as myself, we weren't around certain people that could help us get where we thought we wanted to be. It's just not
Well,
the
that's what I'm
neighborhood.
saying. As a parent, that's what you're supposed to do. I look at my kids, I look at what their strengths are, and I say, okay, maybe this is something you need to go into and things they like to do. You know, like my oldest, just like that damn song, she liked to argue. Everything she's like to challenge. She like to get extra information. I said, well, you know what? Maybe we need to go into law. She wanted to take to be a civil rights lawyer, which is great. But I had to kind of let her see. For a while there, she said she wanted something else, but she got back on that by the time she got back to college. But high school wasn't like that. Both of my kids had over 4.2 averages. My youngest, she had been a tag student since she'd been in Maryland, and the other one, she was too old to be a tag student because by the time movie, but she went to Thomas Pullen. Like I said, is the time you put in with your kids, what you put in. Everything starts at home. A lot of people take their kids to school and say, "All right, go learn." You know, they should have been learning prior to getting there. Like most kids supposed to know the ABCs before they get in the kindergarten, pre-K. Some people don't do that. Now the teacher have to stop and deal with the whole class because you didn't put the time in with your child.
Now when you said learning, now as far as that question that was, I just had to get that out of the way. As far as before I forget it. You know, it's all about your neighborhoods, also the avenues, because sometimes we get stuck in a circle and can't get out. But as far as teaching a child about transgender, that's not for them at that time. Their sins are not on them until the age of 12. I mean, biblically. And they should not be taught anything other than what God says or what the family knows to be right. I mean, if you're gonna, there's so many children that's been molested as a child. It's a lot of us, you know, been molested, be it boy or girl. Why would you want your child to have this thought in his mind? I mean, there's nothing wrong with being open-minded, but no, in school, they should not. Hell, they didn't want to teach us about a period in school. Why do they want to teach a kid, a boy, that he needs a tampon?
But now you see that though, they should have that, like stuff like that. They should be teaching y'all. Style of little girls around walking around, you know, funky and other stuff.
What is mama supposed to do? Nobody, no one should be teaching your kids this stuff. They should be learning it at home.
Yeah, I understand that, Lee, but you keep saying shoulda, woulda, and that's not the reality. Everything ain't like that. What you should be, like I said, you should put in, but some parents don't have the time.
Wait a minute, hold up the argument for 1 second. I got some comments. Okay, this is what Kenneth said. Kenneth said that it may not be all schools, however, 50% of them are doing it. They are teaching it. Okay, the Kenneth also said parents must be careful about pushing their own vision upon their children. Parents should help children be what they want to be, as long as it's the wholesomeness. Parents mess up what they doing. And Molly's saying, do you think that it should only be, he said, what did God say, Lee? He said, what did God say, Lee? A question mark, I don't know. And then Kenneth watching, and then Molly said, is that only to be learned at home? Do you think that we should only learn about our periods at home? I guess that's what he meant about tampon. We said this a long time ago. And before your children could get into school, they have to be potty trained before they go to kindergarten. They don't potty train.
They should know that, and they should know the ABCs also.
Potty trained first. But they give you extra clothes just in case. Just like they should be potty trained. They have to learn certain, certain stuff.
Hold on. Potty trained, know your mom and dad's name, your phone number and address if you have a phone. Those are the things that we had to know when I was coming up. They would write my name on a piece of paper and put in my pocket back then. That was ID. That was because we weren't allowed to have ID at one point. Remember, we had no identity.
We're talking about
So
what you should learn before you go to school and what the school.
that's what I'm saying. You should know your name, your ABCs, your name, your phone number, your address, and your mama and your daddy's name. Those are the things. And potty train, all of that before you go to school.
No, she right. Those are all the things that need you to have and learn.
You're supposed to.
Right. But sometimes there are parents that don't do it. The young parents.
That's what I'm saying. The responsibility is on the parent first. You got to teach. We're not like birds for real. You know, the egg crack.
So far as hijinks and stuff, back in the day, they used to teach hijinks back in the day. They used to teach hijinks back in the day. And I would think something about a female period. Health education. There you go. So they do teach you that. They do teach you that.
They did back in the day. They don't have a class no more called health.
So what if you don't have a class for health and education? Then how you going to teach a transgender agenda? That's backward. That's still anatomy. That's the body science.
A lot of the time, like I said, we need more skills and stuff.
How you gonna tell a gay agenda? How you gonna tell a gay agenda and get rid of a black history? So
they use that to get rid of it.
And they cutting out and they piecemealing. How they don't teach you about you no more. See, a boy ain't learning what a boy got, a girl ain't learning what a girl got anymore. They're skipping over that because you got to get acquainted with what you got. They're skipping over that and going to transgender. I don't know nothing about being a transgender man.
I agree with what Lee was saying.
Woman.
I agree with what Lee was saying. And I think that's more so what we need to be paying attention. That what we're not paying attention is that we're paying attention. We upset about this, but at the same time, they taking our history and tossing it with the banned books. So I think we need to be talking more about what they need to stop banning than, just saying we're upset at that because they included our history books and books about us. To Kill a Mockingbird is one of the books they banned it.
Yeah,
they banned a lot. They banned a lot.
And why did they ban To Kill a Mockingbird? Why did they ban it?
No, because they put it in the same category with the books about,
do you know why they banned it? Do you know why they banned To Kill a Mockingbird?
I mean, anything black the way that
it was written by a black man, but a white man put his name on it. It was written by a black man.
But why did they ban it? What was in that book? Why did they ban it?
The original had a little more to it, but the movie was totally different. That black guy, the black guy that was in that movie, was the actual writer.
But we're not talking about the movie because they didn't ban the movie; they banned the book.
The book told the whole story because they killed him.
But why did they ban the book? What scene in there did they have in there? Was it a boy kissing a boy scene, girl kissing a girl? Because Alice Walker, The Color Purple, that'll be on the list to be banned. That'll be on a whole lot of look. Maya Angelou.
Only if it was a black movie. If it was the white movie, it won't be banned.
Period.
Shampoo. Old school movie.
Don't forget the Rocky Horror Picture Show, but that was a movie. That wasn't a book.
It was on paper before it was on film. Best believe that.
So the Rocky Horror, maybe they banned that book too. I don't know, but that was this first story about a transvestite, Dr. Frankenstein. I mean, the doctor made a transvestite. He was a transsexual doctor who made a transsexual being. Rocky Horror Picture Show. For whatever reason, I enjoyed it. I laughed back then, and I laugh and watch it now.
It's been a long time since I've seen this. It's been a long time since I even heard that Rocky Horror Picture Show.
It was Halloween time around that time, so that's when they usually do it.
I don't do Halloween.
Well,
I just don't do Halloween. These are the days that we're celebrating are massacre days, like Valentine's Day, and
we
those are
celebrating
massacre
all of
days.
that. All of that. Everything goes into to planning.
We don't even celebrate. We don't even celebrate Thanksgiving with the Pilgrims anymore and the Indians. But we celebrate scary days.
That I don't celebrate not every day is a scary day, okay? Every day. But Johnny was saying and it's in the schools and they teaching a lot of stuff that we don't know they teaching it until our child come home and said this is what they was talking about in school. Keone is absolutely right. When the child my child come home and used to tell me some whoppers like, what? They doing what? And then that's when you go to the PTA meeting. And then you know what the teacher says at the PTA? Oh, I didn't know that, like it was an isolated incident. But this whole class is learning this or whatever that. Them teachers and stuff, what you get in the PTA meeting is totally different what they do in class. The only way you're going to really know what they're doing in school is you creep up there. You stand outside the hall and listen to what the teachers teach.
Hey, that's funny you said that because they were teaching, what was it? What was it? It was I can't remember what it was. Oh man, my memory is like as long as my penis. Never mind. Go ahead. It'll come back.
Said, well, they don't have. They don't. What did he say? Have a good day. He said, well, they don't and have banned the autobiography of Malcolm X and giving the kids other gender letters curriculum. Let me read it here. Make sure. Well, they don't and have banned. They don't and have banned autobiography. Are you saying that they did ban the autobiography of Malcolm X?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
I'm telling y'all. See, Boubacar is talking, but you're not going to the school. I'm talking about you being at school like Marley talking about. Y'all know they talk crazy at school. Malachi told me. He said, Dad, they talk about stuff that got nothing to do with the real world. It had nothing to do with the real world. Nothing. They don't tell you how to pay the bill. They don't teach you how to pay the mortgage, how to get the house, the paperwork, what you need for it, how to get the car. Nothing. They don't tell you nothing about the credit cards, about the deposit loans. None of that stuff. They don't tell you.
Is that in health class?
I mean,
period.
This period. I mean,
they banned the autobiography of Malcolm X. I'm totally floored with that.
Yeah, I am.
They took all that stuff out, man, and they added.
And they're gonna give you gender.
Stuff.
They're confusing the kids. They're confusing them. And they're trying to put you in the box.
Yeah,
well, it sounds like the books that they banned, we need to be trying to intercept them and put them in our house.
No, we need to take that ban back. Like, how dare you?
I mean that too, but I'm saying, but those books, even if we don't win, we're gonna need those books. There's a lot of books that's been burned.
Burn.
Put them in a time capsule for the future. Who knows?
Yeah.
We got to talk about this on Thursdays. I didn't know they banned Malcolm X. That's upsetting.
Yeah, they banned a lot of Black history. They took it out, and they were saying they was gonna add some other like truthful, stuff to it. But when they started to add the things, it was nothing but gay, like LGBT. I got videos. That's why I said I can. That's what Buka just talking. I'm gonna show all news clips where they literally the news talking about it. Parents complaining. What you talking about? Why parents?
We're gonna show it to the people tomorrow. We're gonna talk about this tomorrow on the Morning Max show. I'm just floored. I know they did some stuff, but
that's crazy. Malcolm X autobiography. What?
Well, is it banned from elementary school because it says too much, or is it?
It's banned. They just took it out the curriculum. Like they ain't teaching it no more. So
So did they take Moby Dick out? Did they take Moby Dick out of the curriculum? Because that was a dumbass read.
I don't know.
Getting pretty sad.
Tell me that wasn't a dumbass read. But who wants? What do we need to learn about a damn Moby Dick, a whale?
Exactly. That lets you know something ain't right there.
I mean, I was coming up, and I protested. I had my moment. I'm like, no, what am I reading about this for? Give me Booker T. Washington. Give me Carver. Give me somebody. I don't need to know about no damn whale.
Look, Harriet Tubman is going to be next. The autobiography of Harriet Tubman is going to be next.
They better give me my Tubmans though. I want my Tubmans. That's crazy.
What can he say? I volunteered. I don't know what them emojis is, baby. In the school, they banned it all together. I don't understand. Do anybody understand what he's saying with the emojis?
See it in church.
I volunteered in school, church, and somewhere else. School, they banned it all together. I guess he's talking about
No,
I
the
don't know,
schools and
Kenna.
churches. The schools and churches. He volunteered at these places, and they banned him everywhere. Altogether. But see, churches are allowed to. It's funny y'all said, because churches are allowed and I can say allowed. Allowed to discriminate.
Then why let me? Okay, if why aren't they banning the Bible? Like I said, I'm not a religious person. I'm spiritual. Why don't they ban the Bible? The Bible talk about killing. The Bible talk about incest. The Bible talk about homosexuality. The Bible talk about Abraham and Sarah was brother and sister. Abraham and Sarah had the same father.
It was a lot of incest in the book.
It's a lot, but they don't ban that. They even talk about bestiality.
Murray
the
was
devil worship in the Bible. They talk about all of that, but you don't see nobody burning the Bible, nobody banning the Bible, and it's in every hotel and hospital that you go in.
No, you don't want to do that.
So why with the power of this burning? Is it because they control the narrative? Like I said.
That's the word.
I'm very spiritual. I believe in God to the utmost,
Amen.
To the 10th degree, because I know what God done for me in my life. But when you talk about burning stuff, that's gonna be next.
But if it was a history book, would you feel like it feel any different?
It is a history book.
Exactly. So that's why they won't burn it. So if these things is history, you just let you know these things that's happening now happened before, and they giving you a heads up. You know, like a lot of this stuff ain't new. What they do in these situations. So depends on how you use the tools. Some people use a gun to defend the family. Some people use a gun to rob the store. So it's up to you.
Yeah, but at the same time,
it's the people that's the killer.
I like the way you put that. You know, it's the gun thing. I like that. That's real smooth. But for the people. Yeah, but that don't equate. That don't equate. I mean, it just. Yeah, I feel your pain. I feel it just like you do.
Malcolm X. Martin Luther King next, y'all. They taking all of our great black leaders and they banning them and they burning them and they're not teaching in the history. So I feel sorry for the generations that's going to come 20 years from now. I showed the video. Do you see the video of that baby? You got that video, Molly, of this baby? He had to be like 18 months maybe, and he back talking blah 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 blah. I said that's a sin and a blessing at the same time. It's funny to look at because that means that child is smart. That child's smarter with, but it's the bad part is the curse part is that he's standing up against the adults. He's standing up against the authority of the parent or the grandma. Now, if you got enough energy to wave and shake your hand and shake your head, do this A B C D E F G, learn something.
Didn't you hear that?
Tell me letters. So Reese, you is a B-I-G, spell it. You want to talk to me?
Yes.
Spell it.
That's what my grandmother used to tell me. If you can't spell it, you better not use the word.
No, you heard what I said. Don't touch my stuff no more. I'm not playing. Boy, you heard me. Don't touch it no more. You get out of here. No, you get out of here. You don't shut my door. Move. You don't shut my door. You get out. I don't care if you hit that door. Get out of here. What? Boy, I don't care. Get out of here. Like I said. Get the last word. You heard what you going on in that kitchen. Like you doing. No, you going to do what you doing. That's what you do. Boy, I don't care. Boy, I do not care what you say.
You know, these kids are coming out talking and walking. They need to be coming out potty trained. He talking all of that smack and all that messing with the damn diaper on. And you don't, you doing all of that, and you better be able to wipe your own ass. You better.
That was so.
You talking all this shit. You know.
Did you hear?
It's a blessing and a curse at the same time. The blessing is that you that sharp, that you that sponge. And let me teach you. It's the curse because you're going up against your parents or your discipline. You already bucking the system.
That was so adorable. Yeah, I saw it. Well, really, it was her fault. She provoking. All he wanted to do was close the door.
There you go.
To me, I think the kid gonna close the door, keep the door closed. That's it. But she was doing too much. I mean, first off, it's good for the kids to have the input. So he just kind of, talking to her as she talking to him. If he didn't talk, it won't be nothing. So he talking, trying to explain, what he trying to do. He trying to close the door. So she will say, okay, let's close the door. Let's go in the kitchen. So her parenting skills is an F.
No, Keone. Lee, what did you see, Lee?
I saw a reincarnated person. I saw another I saw a person that died too soon, and he came back and he looked at her and he said, "This is not the house I'm supposed to be in. What are you doing? Who are you? How the hell did I become Little Man? I saw the movie last week."
Keone giving her an F because she didn't close the door and go in the kitchen.
Yeah, he wanted.
But why was he in the bathroom anyway? He had no business in that.
That's what
He trying to tell her, turn the light off, get out the bathroom and watch me. He say he hungry. Let's go get some food.
I didn't hear that part. But
she hit the door. Did you see him hit the door?
Yeah.
He telling her he hungry. He wants some food. Get out the bathroom, turn the light off, close the door, let's go eat. That's why he stopped and tell her, I'm hungry.
He was give me a cookie. And then I see a lot of times the kids got in there to point their finger. If you could understood, it probably cussing your butt out.
Wait a minute. Did you hear the one where the little girl did cuss her mom out?
Oh,
she could have been
Molly said never video. There was
she said, "Why y'all fucking?" She said, "That little girl said, why y'all fucking with my daddy? He ain't fucking with y'all." You ain't seen that video?
Parenting is what we teach our kids. Parenting. Parenting.
That's crazy.
Ain't he still in the diapers? And he came back. He came back like
and when he came back, I was like, "Uh-oh. Little man.
That's funny.
That was Little Man. I just watched this movie last night. How the fuck I get in this damn outfit?
With the diaper on.
With the diaper on. He was heated.
What would you do if Malachi did that? Huh? Keone must have had a phone call.
I know Malachi want me to turn the light off. He want me to close the door. He wants some food. That's what I got from the baby talk. She's still trying to provoke him. Look, you gonna listen to me? Close the door. You want to close my door? I mean, she was going a little too far to show the video. But for me, it's understanding the baby talk and what he trying to say and what's going on. You see what I'm saying? So that's why, for me, all the women I dealt with, all the kids love me because I know what they're trying to say. You know.
You gave him the cookie. You was that person that when Mama said can't have no cookie, go to Uncle Keanu. You gave him the cookie, didn't you?
You're right about that. You get a half a cookie now, get put in a plastic bag, and then you get another half and a little bit later.
He bribed them kids to like
He
him.
gave the kids the cookie. That's what he did. Y'all want some ice cream money? You better be good.
If you do this, if you be good.
You're right. That's like what I do. You're right.
You want this $10? You gotta earn it. But I ain't mad at that. You know, I ain't mad at that. Make the kids earn it, and that's what you make them earn it, one way or another. That's what we need to do.
In earning.
I tell them go watch TV. Me and your mama about to have a conversation. Go watch TV.
What? No, you don't say that. Yeah, you wrong for that. You need to wait till they go to sleep.
If you ever
they
get
don't never go to sleep.
Yeah, you should do. You usually would go to sleep, but sometimes you got to have a hold the door, and I got to check her ankles and stuff and make sure everything all right.
Checking ankles.
Mm-hmm.
Lee, would you wait till your child go to sleep, or would you tell your child go in the room? I have a conversation. Would you hit that?
That's because I'm trying to get my eye drops.
Make sure them the right ones. Lots of recall on 26 different brands of eye drops that was contaminated. So you be careful with them eye drops. Man, that was the last video we had time to share today. We was coming to the end of the show. I know y'all probably said, why is she talking like that with her mouth? Like I said, I had some dental surgery yesterday, but is my smile still not beautiful?
You talking good. You sounded good, talking good.
Thank you. About that. Eating good, but
I'm trying to get my eye drops together here.
So y'all, this Sunday is the time, and I'm getting nervous, and I just gotta pray and just humble to God, and I hope all of my family and friends get a chance for me to come out and do this. Like I said, this is a recording, and this is a big show. It's a big event. It's sort of like, Lee, it's not as big as the event that I did in July where I was hosting it. You remember when we did that one at the Merlin thing? But to me, it's a big deal because I get a chance to shine. You know, when you host it, you shining too, but I'm being featured. You know, so I get a chance to be featured, and people can see this girl actually is funny. She's serious when she's writing. I'm a serious actor. I'm a serious writer. Whatever I do, I try to give 100. But I honestly, wholeheartedly want to entertain people, and I love them because laughter to me is part of healing. Because there's so much in this world that we cry about, that we cry for, that we gotta laugh sometimes. You know.
Amen.
So that's all I'm trying to do is in love, give it back. Kenny, give it back. Molly, you know I'm trying to give it back. Give back in some type of way, the best way that I can. You know, like I said, I would never be a millionaire because I would always share what I got.
Amen.
I don't, I would share what I get. What I believe in community. I believe in I believe in me. First of all, I believe in me. So I believe in me. I believe in loving me, and I believe in letting that love spill over into the rest of the world, everybody else. It's okay to be selfish when you're loving on yourself. Ain't that right, Kiani?
It is wonderful to love on yourself, to give yourself a pat on the back, to tell yourself that you look good in the mirror, tell yourself that it's going to be a great day, tell yourself God loves you, and you love God, and you love everybody, and everybody respects you.
That's it in a nutshell. Kiani, do you got any upcoming events or anything coming up for you?
No, but anybody can have an event at the event space, 610 Lafayette Avenue. You can call me at 202-701-4295 to book your event, and I give you a good rate any day you would like.
And also edible bongs. Boo, boo, boo.
Edible bongs and shades of blue. Please get the book now.
Oh, that's right. Thank you for reminding them of the book. Man, like I said, my dentist, when I went to my doctor's office, she was like, oh my gosh, Althea, I started your book on the plane. She said, girl. That's all she said was girl. I'm like, wow. There's 19 chapters in this book. I'm going to ask everybody that read the book, what's your favorite chapter and why? And what's your favorite character? Everybody loved Flo, the Aunt Flo in this book. Everybody love Aunt Flo, and they love the grandparents. So, and look, and no, Blue is not, even though it's shades of blue, Blue ain't the favorite character. Some of them said that damn Blue. They didn't whoop that Blue ass, you know, that's how it is. But it's life. That's how it is. And like I said, it's the perspective of a child. Y'all go ahead and get this book. The second one hopefully will be out the end of this year or the beginning of next year in that time frame. So make this do what it do so we can clap back and get on track with the other one. That's all I'm asking. Look, and look. Okay. All right. So November the 5th, Arlington Draft House. Doors open at 6. Showtime's at 7 o'clock. All we have left is the general admissions. That don't mean nobody's standing up. They just mean that all the pieces with the tables are gone. But so you'll be sitting like a movie theater seat. That's what they like. It's a theater. It's Arlington Draft House. It's a movie and a theater, art theater, you know. So you just, it'll be fine. Get your tickets. There's $20 left. Go on Eventbrite. Holla. Look for Just Call My Name, Dave Carter. You got the right place. Get your tickets. Get your tickets. Love y'all. Tomorrow, Molly gonna have a treat for y'all because we're gonna run that shit back that we were talking about today, Molly. We're gonna see the videos and shit. What you doing? Call Tell Thursday tomorrow, y'all.
It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.